Hello YouTubers, this is Mo, and this is Mo's Opinion Time. Today I want to talk about bugging out as an atheist. Now, let's get serious about this. First of all, just a small disclaimer here. I am not against all religions, okay? I don't have a problem with you believing in whatever you want to believe in. That's fine with me. Just as long as it doesn't infringe upon my beliefs, okay, or someone else's beliefs. Atheists, as far as I know, we don't rely on a God to save us, okay? We plan on saving ourselves. We plan on doing what is right for our community, what is good for our community, taking care of people, and taking care of ourselves. Okay, that's a good thing. I believe a lot of religions also believe those ways. So, I'm not against all religions, I just don't follow them. Now, my subject today about an atheist and the possibility of having to bug out. Okay, now let's think about this. In your neighborhood, on your street, do you know everyone that lives around you? Do you know where they go to church? Okay, do you know what they believe in? Do they know whether or not you go to church? Okay, on my street, I know several of the people that live around here. Yes, I do. There's a few that I don't know. I know several veterans that live around me. I know some very nice people. Do they all go to church? I don't know. I don't ask them, and I don't feel like it's my business to ask them. But when it comes down to a bug-out situation where we're going to have to pack up our survival supplies and get out of there, what are we going to do? Is it going to be logical? Is it going to be reasonable to expect? Excuse me, just one second. My chair is giving me a hard time. Okay. Now, don't you just wish you had a chair that would do what you told it to? Wouldn't that be so much easier? But of course not. Okay. Now, back to my topic. Is it going to be safe for an atheist to bug out? And when I think about bugging out, I think about going somewhere else, away from my community. Now that is what scares me, because, okay, now let's think about this. Think about this now. If you're in my age group, between 45 and 50 years old, you've probably heard this said before, the Bible Belt. Okay? Now, I'm coming from a country girl's point of view, okay? I was raised up country, and I lived kind of like country people. Although I didn't live out in the country, my family was very much countrified. Is that even a word? Okay. You know, like Reba McEntire said, I was country before country was country. Okay, so people who have lived out before in country states, they know what I'm talking about when I say the Bible Belt. Okay, and those states are Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Tennessee, okay, Alabama, and many, many areas of Texas. Okay, these are what's called the Bible Belts. And it's like a swath through the middle of the United States, and it's called the Bible Belt. Okay, and the reason why it was called that is lots and lots of people there believe in God. Lots of denominations of churches. And some of the main ones was Catholic, Baptist, Methodist, Pentecostal, okay, and probably your evangelical churches, things like that. These were very, very popular. When I was young, it was very popular. It was everywhere. And even today, I think it's still, it's pretty prominent in those states. So I'm wondering, many of these states have beautiful, beautiful mountain areas, okay? Like the Ozarks, and like Yochita, and the Kiamichi Mountains in Oklahoma, and just mountainous areas that are just awesome. They're beautiful. And I wonder if a lot of bug out situations are going to get you landed in some of those areas. Okay? Now, the part that worries me is, okay, let's say you have a group of, 20 people? Maybe you've got 20 people in your group. And maybe your group has decided, okay, we're not going to conform to a religious group. We are going to be atheist, and we're not going to conform to religion. Now, okay, you got all your bug out stuff, and you're going along, and you're going to land in some place. Hey, you think it's alright, it's a nice area, it's got all you need to survive, you've got your stuff ready, you're pitching your tents, and that's where you're going to stay. Now, are you going to be safe there? In a SHTF situation, things are going to be difficult. People are going to be trying to survive. Okay? And they may or may not accept you in their area. So if you get to an area and it looks like, okay, there's nobody here, so we're going to sit down right here. This is where we're going to stay. And there are areas around you, you might better think about reconnaissance, okay? That means going out and scoping out the area and seeing what's around. Because in a bug out situation, you're going to be worried about surviving, yes, and taking care of the people that you have with you. But you also need to remember that you're not going to be the only one doing this. Okay, in a bug out situation, you're not going to be the only one. There are going to be tons of people from all over the United States doing this. It's going to be chaos. There are going to be people showing up in areas where before you bugged out, you thought, oh, well, nobody's going to go there. That's where we're going. It's probably not going to be that way. Okay, you're going to run into groups of people that are going to show up. So, whether you're an atheist or not, perhaps we better get on the same pages, okay? Because when the time comes, it's going to be about surviving. It's going to be about finding the things that you need to survive, okay? You're going to need supplies, you're going to need water and food. You're going to have to help each other. And I say this from my point of view. I just don't think we should start right back where the world started again. Because I believe back in the Neanderthal days, in caveman times, and in the Mayan culture, and many, many other cultures, God was created because people needed a way to control their community. And they used God as a way to instill fear into people. Well, in a bug out situation, there's already going to be enough fear. I don't think we're going to need any more added to it. So you may have to put your belief system aside for a little bit and don't pressure people about what they believe. Maybe there comes a time when we really just need to remember the goal. And the goal is for human civilization to survive. That's going to be our goal. And I think that should be one of the main objectives. So if you're an atheist, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that bug out situation where you're going to have to find somewhere to go? And you're going to have to think about who else is going to be there. You really are. Are you going to be willing to share your survival supplies with a Christian? With a Baptist? With a Catholic? Are you going to be able to hold your hand out and say, I'll help you? We're going to have to learn to share. We're going to have to learn to take care of each other, no matter what we believe. And I think that's a real big issue. When it comes to bugging out, you need to know what you're walking into. Check it out before you do it. Be ready. Get prepared. But just add that to your list of things to check out, because I think we need to know that. I think we need to know what we're walking into at all times. Be sure and know your area and your surroundings and what's going on. Okay? This is Mo Chat. I hope you have a very good day. Don't forget to tell yourself that you're beautiful today. And I'll see you next time. Bye.